Epipelagic. They call this the sunlit zone because this is the place where most of the sunlight can penetrate into the ocean. This is where all your plants in the ocean are going to be. They need that sunlight for photosynthesis. There's a lot of sea animals that need light in order to look for food.
Do we have to put the twilight zone in sunlit?
If it's not already on there, yes, it's already on there.
If it's
No.
continental slope.
Yeah, the continental slope is on there.
No, all the way on the right.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Again, you're not supposed to be talking right now. I'm talking. Thank you. The mesopelagic zone is known as the twilight zone. So, in twilight, that's that time of day when the sun is almost all the way set. There's just a little bit of light left in the sky. And that's because there's very little light in this zone. There's a little bit, but not much. So they call that twilight zone.
You got big eyes.
You do not have to. I did it because I was in a meeting. I was bored.
It's a big word.
Does that say bathtub?
Please.
How do you say that?
Let me talk, and I will tell you how to say it. It is bathypelagic zone. BATHY
Why is it eating?
PELAGIC. Bathypelagic zone. In the bathypelagic zone, this is known as the midnight zone. Just like midnight on Earth, on land, is very dark usually, especially if there's no moon.
It's a dark zone. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to put down the
It's the black zone.
So just like midnight on land, this zone is very dark. There's no light coming down this zone. Next word is abyssopelagic zone, ABYSSO. And this is the abyss zone, ABYSS zone. An abyss means someplace really deep. This is the ocean floor. It's not the deepest part of the ocean, but it is at the bottom floor of the ocean.
What if it just says it is?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an M or is that a H at the bottom?
H. Last one is hadal-pelagic zone. This is the deepest part of the ocean. These are the trenches and the canyons in the ocean floor. I'll share it with you in just a second.
20,000 feet.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you can get a better ramen for
What's a sea cucumber?
It's a cucumber that's formed in the sea.
It's this weird looking tube like animal. It's really gross looking. Alright, this is how
I still need
will you give me a minute? So this is how I want you to glue it in. A lot of people glued the whole thing in last year and they're like, oh. So pay attention. You're only gluing maybe about the area of your thumb all the way on the left side so that you can still open the flaps. I don't know why people think that I'm gonna make you cut it out and then just glue it back together like a weird, easy puzzle or something. That's not the way it works. Bless you. So does everybody see how to glue it?
Yeah.
Siobhan's turn.
I knew that before.
Wow. Ooh, I hate that.
You can be in like 4 years or something like that.
My sister was.
You can be.
Alright, work quickly, because I wanna have time to talk to you about your projects, it's not gonna happen at this point.
Hold on, no, wait a
Why
minute.
am I good in a year?
You got a project?
She been said that.
Like the
Wow,
project,
that's
project.
Oh, that's
You
good.
got the project, then we get out the project.
Stop dancing.
Like that thing.
Wait, we're supposed to glue it this way. Oh,
Yo, I recognize that word.
Did I give you that?
Look, they gonna use it for my head.
that's politics.
Bro, you be.
That's politics. That's what it is. Who?
What's the first one?
Oh my God.
Alright, take another few seconds to finish gluing in.
I'm out that down. I'm out that down.
Then what kind of music?
They have to do that. They're trying to do
Alright, let's see y'all finish gluing. Those of you that aren't, better hurry up, cause you need to catch up.
So I watched Birdman. You need to watch it.
They go like right here. You know how to do
Well,
I thought you were about to say something.
Fifth period, voices off, please. We're running out of time. I need you guys to stay focused. Thank you. That means don't talk, listen. All right, there's just a few bullet points per section, nothing big.
That's big.
Get on. Get her up one more time. Get on her. Alright, in the epipelagic zone, this is where most visible light is. That means most of the light from the sun. This is where most plants are found because they need that light for photosynthesis. You won't find them in deep oceans. They're not getting any light in them, they won't survive. In the video we heard how the heat from the sun warms up the ocean, so we have very wide range of temperatures varying from the surface of this zone to the bottom of the zone. So this is like you getting in the pool and at the top it feels pretty warm, but then when you really get in it, the bottom part feels really cold. It's just like that, but on a bigger scale for the oceans. The sun absorbs a lot of energy from the sun, and if it didn't, we would be in trouble. Our Earth would be too hot. This zone can be anywhere. Haley, quit talking, please. Anywhere from 0 meters to 200 meters. And by 0 meters, that means that during low tide, when the water's away from the front of the beach, the point where you hit water, even if it's just an itty bitty bit, that's part of the zone. As soon as the water starts, you're in the epipelagic zone.
But whenever you go to the beach, you in the epipelagic.
Mm-hmm. If it's low tide and you're touching the water, you're in the epipelagic zone.
What if it's high tide?
If it's high tide, that's a different zone altogether. The epipelagic zone is anywhere that's constantly covered by water. During high tide, that's temporarily covered in water.
Is that jellyfish really named Nemo?
Mm-hmm. It's a kind of cousin of a jellyfish.
With the what?
It's like a cousin of the jellyfish. It's not a jellyfish.
My cousin got killed by one of those.
A minnow?
Yeah.
They're vicious. Especially when they kind of swarms. Alright,
They come
mesopelagic
swarm-
zone.
oh. That's
You
what
have some light, but it's very, very faint. Like if we were swimming in the mesopelagic zone, it would seem like it's dark to us. But there's still some visible light that's good enough for some creatures to live there. They usually have much larger eyes than we do. And also, this is where we start seeing the bioluminescent creatures. Anybody know what bioluminescent means?
Yeah.
No.
They use chemicals to live.
Yep, so bio means what?
Light.
Life. Luminescent means light. This means it's living things that create life through chemical reactions. So like a firefly. That's a bioluminescent insect.
A firefly. Oh.
Lightning bug,
How you say
firefly.
that word? Bioluminescent?
Say again?
How you say that word? Bioluminescent?
Bioluminescent.
Bioluminescent.
It's a big word.
Bioluminescent.
This zone can go anywhere from the bottom of the epipelagic, which is 200 meters, all the way down to 1,000 meters. The epipelagic zone hangs around where the continental shelf is, and this is literally like a shelf of land in the ocean. Like in Finding Nemo, when they had that drop off that Marlin was all paranoid about, like, don't go near the drop off. That's the continental shelf. After the continental shelf, you have the continental slope, which is like the hill going down to the bottom of the ocean.
That thing goes straight.
Oh,
Some
that,
areas it's steep, some areas it's gradual.
the
Bioluminescent.
undertow. The undertow, that's what they call it.
Not quite.
That was in a second.
You know jellyfish?
They call it the
Yeah, but I know.
No.
They think be wrong.
What?
Focus.
What are the little thingies called? The for the jellyfish, like the little ball.
Tentacles.
Oh.
Alright, in the bathypelagic zone, this is where we do not have any light from the sun whatsoever. The only light that is down here is the light from bioluminescent creatures. Other than that, there's no light.
So can't like a squid can mimic its own light?
I think there is a particular species of squid
The
that
blue ring?
does have bioluminescent spots on it.
The blue ring.
Say it.
Blue ring.
Blue ring? The blue ring squid?
That doesn't.
Oh, it's
Or that big octopus
Oh,
out
what-
on
what-
Finding Dory.
What about that one that has like a stripes going up and down of it? Looks like it's
It
moving.
was an octopus on Finding
I don't know what it's called, but I've seen it. I've seen the video. Most of the creatures down here, there's no light, so the creatures are very dark themselves. They're usually a dark red or black color. And they are very specialized at living at very high pressures. Not all creatures can live at this depth. The pressure's too high. It would crush their lungs. Or would crush their organs if they didn't have lungs.
So if we was to go down there and they would crush our organs.
Very few people have been able to go down to this depth, even in submarines. It's a lot of pressure.
They've gone down way from it.
Did not many of them.
There's only like two.
This is a very tall zone. It can be very deep. It can go from 1,000 meters deep to 4,000 meters deep. So if you go to the bottom, which is 4,000 meters deep, which is deep as it can go, then you're talking about 40 football fields. A little bit over 40 football fields.
That's a lot.
I can bet it out with the top one.
He was like
Oh.
sitting under a light. You know the
I forgot.
Yeah.
If that was true,
I hope it's not.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
for real, I'll never go swimming again.
I would.
All right, Abyssa Pelagic Zone. This is the abyss zone. This is the ocean floor. The water temperatures are just barely above freezing. There's still no light, and there's really not that many bioluminescent creatures at this depth either. Mostly is invertebrates, like specialized spiny crabs, some starfish. That's about it.
Crab.
3/4 of the ocean floor is abyssal plains. The rest is trenches or canyons. And this can go from 4,000 meters to 6,000 meters, so 60 football fields.
Hey, how do they know there's not that many creatures that haven't been down there?
Because they've sent sea vessels down there, unmanned sea vessels to explore, and they haven't found,
Oh, like drones.
they keep finding the same types of creatures over and over again.
Like drones.
Yeah, it's like drones of the
I want
ocean.
an angelfish. I mean, angel.
Like, but if they haven't found it, but then they said another one that has like a bright light,
I want the hatchet fish.
and it can look better than the other one, and has better legs.
That's been good on your head.
It'd probably be rare just because the pressure's so
And you're gonna be alive after that.
much that if you don't have the right type of body, you'd get crushed instantly.
Do I have the right type?
You're too squishy.
What if you wore like an exoskeleton or something down there?
If you wore the right type of exoskeleton.
So you could go down there and
No.
go swim with crabs.
Then why is Sandy on the sea?
Huh?
Why is Sandy on the water?
You're quoting SpongeBob?
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Okay, moving on.
No way a squirrel go down there like this.
Last time I checked, sea sponges did not wear pants either.
Talk about
Can a
sand.
pineapple grow under the sea?
Negative.
Is that a theory?
Stop talking, please.
Not just take you.
Stop talking, please. Let's finish this up. I don't want to talk about the project. We're running out of time.
Wow.
All right, the very bottom of the ocean is where these trenches and canyons are. The Mariana Trench, we watched a video that mentioned that. It's the deepest place in the ocean. Here you're right at freezing temperatures, no light, extremely high pressure, and not a whole lot lives here.
What's the biggest
I have a question.
Why do you keep on talking?
So the movie was bad. How they get like they went through the Mariana Trench, then
They went to that fog people.
you that was like the bottom, and then they drilled through it.
Alright, so this zone can go from 6,000 meters
These
deep
the only way you go.
to almost 11,000 meters deep. So that is like 110 football fields stacked end to end.
Well, they should put a big rod like that big, but really, really skinny. It's that big. To see if it can go any deeper.
You know that thing's picked up. I can't really even see.
Big over there, like the rod probably like this.
Yeah,
big.
it says 3 quarters when they only explorers, right?
When they're all getting schools.
911.
That makes no sense.
It's called 6,000 meters down, you gotta go out to get that hit. Depends on where you're at. Some common shells are very narrow, some are very long.
Hey, Thomas, how much is the ocean every
Like
5
15.
to 10%.
Oh no. You can go deeper than that.
So they don't even know if this is that zone. They don't even know if 3/4 of the ocean. That's just the edge.
Oh no, they know that it's 3/4 of the ocean floor is there because they use sonar. They don't have to go down there, they use satellites to measure.
Yeah, but what about really far?
I'm gonna look for you.
They still do pretty far out. But we've never seen it. They're saying the parts that we explored like with our own eyes.
So we actually.
Alright, once you're done, copy this down, put up your glue and scissors and grab your laptop real quick.
Have not discovered more than 5% of the ocean.
I haven't even discovered.
Imagine
I haven't even. Nah, the most I ever, what if there was like 5 feet into it? I'm like,